So did you get enough water?
Yeah, I did. I was, sometimes it just surprises me that my voice will start going out and I'll start hacking and coughing but I'm good now. Good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and listen, thanks for talking to me on such short notice. I really appreciate it.
Sure, it's no problem. I was just sitting down there at the bay and twiddling my thumbs.
Diane Wilson's throat dries up a lot lately. At 7:45 in the morning, she'll park her red pickup truck on the shore of Matagorda Bay, in front of a contamination sign, and across the water from a rusted Alcoa plant, abandoned for decades, that over the years dumped 1.2 million pounds of mercury into the waters. Then she unfurls her signs. Stop the dredging, stop oil export, kill a bay, kill the fishermen, kill a community. And the last one, leaning on a lawn chair, hunger strike, day 14. Wilson's hunger strike aims to stop the planned dredging of the bay by the Army Corps of Engineers. Wilson argues it will stir mercury from the bottom and kill the fishing communities already struggling to make it. The dredging is part of a project to build a new crude oil export terminal for Houston-based company Max Midstream. A Corps of Engineer dredge material management report identified 2 miles of contaminated shoreline. It says, to reduce the potential disturbance of mercury-impacted sediment, a rigid barrier may be placed along the outside of the area. Dredged sediments will be placed over the area to cover the impacted sediment. As of Tuesday evening, the company had not responded to a call.
I'm a fourth generation fisherwoman. I was born and raised in this county. My family's been here in this area around 130 years, and they were all fishermen. And I have probably been on a boat decking with my dad since I was 8 years old. I became my own boat captain when I was around 24. So I've crabbed, I've oystered, I've shrimped, and I've trot lined. So, and also I am a dang good net person.
So it's in your blood. It's in your family's blood, right?
Oh yeah, it's totally. People ask me what my identity is, and it's like, I'm a fisherwoman. That's my identity.
Hunger strikes? Wilson's done them before, several times. But she also gets results. In 2019, she successfully defended nearby Lavaca Bay by winning a $50 million settlement from plastics manufacturing giant Formosa. It was the largest citizen suit versus an industrial polluter in U.S. history. During the trial, workers helped Wilson collect some of the millions of plastic pellets floating in the bay. They boxed them and brought them into the courtroom as evidence. And you brought all of those, put them in boxes, right? And you brought them into the court?
Yes, we did. We put them in boxes, and we put them on a goat cart. I borrowed a goat cart and loaded them up, hauled them to the federal court in Victoria, and we started hauling off of these huge plastic bins, and started dragging them in. And I think the security got a little upset about us trying to push them through that security.
And so Formosa is a giant corporation, and you lent, that was like the largest citizen suit against an industrial polluter in U.S. history.
That's right. Amazing.
That's like a real David and Goliath story.
Yeah, I still have a hard time wrapping my brain around it.
And the money was used for what causes?
It was used. Every bit of it was used on environmental projects in Calhoun County, and probably the best part is $20 million we put into a multiracial fishery sustainable co-op to try to revive the fisheries, because the fish houses are gone. There's no place for local shrimpers to dock, to get fuel, to get ice, and if they do catch shrimp, they have to put them in their truck and go on the side of the highway and sell them. There is no place anymore. It's gone. You know, there has been so much damage done that now there is nothing. And so we out of the settlement, we put the largest amount into trying to revive what was historically a very successful and wonderful economy down here. You know, this is what these communities were down here. You know, Seadrift and Port O'Connor and Port Lavaca, they were all fishing communities.
During the day, really interesting people show up, she says. Oil field workers and other workers along the water, curiosity seekers visiting, videoing her, and asking, what the heck are you doing? She's in contact with landowners who might be affected by the pipeline, and local fishermen who rely on these waters. Also, she had a surprise visit from a member of the White House Environmental Justice Advisory Council, who promised to look right away at the letter Wilson is sending to the president, demanding a halt to the dredging. She has not heard from the press, only a couple of websites, and no contact from the company. Diane Wilson posts her campaign on Facebook.
Let me see, it's hunger strike to stop the dredging and stop oil exports. And it's got blogs, it's got videos, it's got photos, it's got things that people can do. I think there's fixing to be a day of solidarity of the hunger strike. And then this weekend, I believe Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's going to be a camp out, and then they're launching kayaks into Lavaca Bay and the Superfund site.
And are you running the Twitter account? I think there's a Twitter account.
Well, I do believe there is one out there, and I do tweet every once in a while.
And let me ask you this: where did you get your fight? Where'd you get all that? Yeah, where'd you get all that grit where you could stage 8 hunger strikes?
I don't know. Maybe I always say when people ask me how I managed to do a hunger strike, and I say, well, I think it was when I used to go out shrimping, and the only thing you take is a thermos of coffee, and you just learn to. It actually makes you focus better, and I'm really good about focusing my intention.
For the People's News, this is John Moeller reporting.